So what's up, fam?
Hello, everybody. Hi.
Go on. So it's good to be here. It's good to see so many people on already. And yo, we're there.
Yes.
So welcome to Relationship Circle with O and J.
Which
You know what I
is
mean?
O'Shane and Jamala.
Williams, yeah. So, Jamila, you want to introduce what this is all about?
Sure. So, relationship circle came about by us just wanting to share with everybody our story, our friend story, stories from experts, right? So I'm always the one that is typing on my WhatsApp status to share like our experiences and stuff like that. And I decided this year to give back to our community, give back to our friends and family. And so we decided that, okay, why not do it on YouTube? Now, we would have originally done it on my birthday, which was Thursday, but we wanted all of you to be a part of it. And so we decided to do it today.
Yeah, and just want to big up the Facebook people them too, because it's not just YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as we are about to go into it today, we are going to do a panel discussion. We have some friends, we have some special guests that we will be engaging with. And just to let you know, Relationship Circle is a series that we will continue for the next
Every
couple
Sunday.
of weeks,
Yeah.
every Sunday. 7 p.m. EST for our international friends. I know some part of the US right now
It's
is
7.
is the same as Jamaica, and also Canadian friends. Some of the people in the mountain standard area, 5 p.m.
Yeah.
that time. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just time to go into it. So right now we have some special people. Them people are
our friend them.
them people are famous bad.
Okay.
So we just want to welcome them people here. So this is Matthew and Janelle Williams. And we just want the people in the comments to just make some noise for them.
And they also have their YouTube channel throughout a lifetime TV. Make sure you like, share, subscribe them channel. Go watch them videos. Yeah?
All right. How are you guys doing? What going?
Hey guys, what's up?
Well, go on. You good?
Yeah, we there.
Yeah. So upon introduction, we would like to hear from you guys.
How did you guys meet? And how long have you guys been dating or been together?
I like to tell the story.
Okay.
Why?
So let me tell that part.
Okay.
I met
Mhm.
Janelle at a convention and I put some talk to her and she
Yeah.
loved it and she just
Yeah.
said, yeah. Mhm.
Love that.
That's how
And
he
then-
tells the story, but that's not how it goes.
Then 3 years later we're married. Good. That's
Okay.
What a summer, bro, right
yeah,
there.
very good. Right, John? Work with it.
And how long have you guys been together?
I don't know.
2019 to now.
4 years.
That's it.
Yeah. All right, so that's good. So we're gonna introduce our second set of guests, and these people, oh gosh, man,
We're brother and sister, not true.
family.
Yeah, we say family.
All right, so no other guest than the Millers, Venado and Brittany Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah, make some nice for people and make some nice for people. And so Venado and Brit, welcome to Relationship Circle. How are you guys?
Hello, everyone. Hello.
What's up?
We are here and we are well. Nice to be here with y'all.
So tell us, how did you guys meet and how long have you been together?
Okay, so we met in the year 2017. It was international love, as they would say. Actually on work and travel. And we have been dating for about 6 years, but we tied the knot in June of this year.
Oh, that is so good.
Yeah.
That is so
So the
great.
summer version, it was a summer fling turned to a long time thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. And because we don't only care about couples,
Mm-hmm.
now we have a special guest,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Somebody who is single and ready for mingle.
Is she though?
Is she though? We don't know.
Yeah, not to say, but no other person than Gianna Williams, GG,
Yeah.
The famous one.
OG. So we're gonna welcome her on stage. Hey, GG, how are you?
I'm good, y'all. Like, how am I looking? Like, I'm looking cute, aren't I?
Yeah, you're nice.
And the people
I'm,
in
so
the
I'm not
comments.
ready to mingle. Don't hit me up. Thank you.
And right now, we want to move into welcoming our audience, the people that we are watch. What to pick them
Yeah,
up?
yeah, we see a lot of people.
Yes,
A lot
I'm
of people in the
seeing
chat.
Renee, Ayana,
Ayana,
Gabby,
Gabrielle,
Tajay, Rochelle,
Tats
Vashan.
over there on Facebook, vibing with Taj, Rochelle Barnes, Vashan, big up yourself, cuz Jovan, Sharika, hey,
Shudeen.
Shudeen, officially Shuds. Yo,
Yeah, I don't know,
I'm
go
loving
subscribe
it.
and like
I'm
and
loving
follow
it.
Ferris channel too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch Dion Brown in the comments too, loving it.
And mommy Jadine, big up yourself.
Yeah. Anyways, so let's go straight into it because we want to keep this as short and spicy. We don't want to lose none of our attention.
Yeah.
So we just want to give you a brief synopsis of relationship circle.
Yeah.
Basically, myself and Jamila have known Jamila since how long?
2014.
From them time that we know. You know, and how we met was coincidentally, it was very much a coincidence for me. You know what I mean? I met her at church too, and it was something that was not meant to be, but you know when I say oh, God made the impossible possible. Because we were friends. We started off as good friend, then we turned best friend. We were best friend for over 4 years, and eventually I get to find out say yeah.
He's a good girl. Yeah.
And look at Miss D, like I said, no man, something alright. Jesus, dear Jesus. Yeah. So I had to have a conversation with the Lord to confirm the thoughts, you know. And after hearing her confess some things and me do the same, man. So yeah, God, you know, if I you this, just stand up in my middle and make we go on.
Yeah.
And twos.
Funny story is, I remember we did have a really brethren relationship, like a friendship. I remember the first time O'Shane said, you know, I care about you. Me, I said, yeah, all right, bro. And then I think he said to me one day that I really appreciate you. And you know, like him did I said over time, so me I wonder like something doing. Remember saying to the brethren of ours, me I said, bro, I feel like O'Shane got dead because it might to be nice, like it must show too much emotion, you know. But I mean, there's gonna be people who tell the full stories, right?
Yeah, that's just a synopsis of it. So, a few weeks ago, we would have posted on our WhatsApp to ask some of our contacts and friends and family some questions. You know? Like, what are some questions that you would want to talk about? And even if you have some in the comments now, you can drop them. Some questions, some unfiltered questions that you would want to ask about relationships or marriage and stuff like that, or from a single person perspective. You know, that's why we have couples here. We have professional single minister. GG, the OG. So,
but for real, we know that there are a lot of times Christians and saved persons have questions about relationships. And sometimes we kind of pretty up things a little. So we wanted to have and to create an avenue where people can come and really just be themselves. Ask some questions where, them feel like nobody else wouldn't answer or understand. And why we know that is we have friends here. And a lot of times when we reason as friends, we realize that the struggle's real. Like the same like where me are stress Ocean, Janelle and Britt are stressed then and Matthew. The same way they are stressed we. Me, never stress them. So we
And ain't nobody stressing me over here. Thank you. Praise the Lord right now. Praise the Lord in this moment.
Praise the Lord, Gigi. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord. So we realize really and truly that sharing really helps. And so we're here tonight to share.
Yeah.
So ready?
So for me, this is a big pull out of my comfort zone, but here
Let's
we
do
are.
it. Let's do it. All right. So for our first question, and I'm gonna ask Gianna, as a single person, how long do you think a person should be?
Whoa. Like I've been asked this question before, and honestly, I don't know. I think it depends. It hugely depends on just the word that you get from God and the place that you and your partner are at. So if you know that both of you guys are at a place where you guys are set on like holistically, y'all are whole human beings, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, and you guys think, okay, I'm ready to, I can just jump into it after like a couple months or maybe a year, and God say, all right, cool one, then go ahead. But I think it completely depends on you, your partner, and God. So for some of us, like for me personally, staying in a relationship with a guy for like 3-4 years, not in there, that's too long. Like, because hello, like I mean, after like 2 or 3 years, supposed to know, say, yeah, man, that girl I eat. After like a year or two, if I'm gonna sit down in a relationship with you for 5 years and you still don't know, then there's obviously something in me that you're not seeing. And same on the other side. So it all depends. 10 years could be a short time for two people. A year could be a long time. 6 months could be a long time. It all depends.
Yeah. So the Williams.
For me, as Jenna said, it's subjective and it depends on what stage you are at in life. Because like when Vanessa and Brittany met, they were in college. So there's no way they're gonna think about say, 2 years after now we're gonna get married when they're still in university. Thinking that there's no way we'd be able to afford the lifestyle that we would need in order for to get married and move out of our parents' house, or we're gonna pay a school fee and a student loan and like all those things that you would need, I guess, support from your parents. Like, why leave that right now? That's why I guess some people are like in relationships from high school till they reach a certain period. But for me, as in this big day and age now, you see, if I never married yet, and like maybe court a guy or date a guy or whatever, I feel like after a year, if me not think say, say me can marry that youth here, then I think a year is a good mark.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I would think of about a year and a couple months or so, because you can literally know if this person is it from after them. We go through the infatuation stage and then start show them true colors. Yeah, like, all right, yeah, man. This one can work. This one can work. You find it out real quick after the infatuation, and she make you vex 2 times or you make me vex 2 times. You know now.
Yeah. That's true. What say you, Ashane?
I really agree with Martina because love and infatuation are two different things. I feel like a lot of people mix up love with infatuation because you have a specific feeling for a person in a specific period. It must be the same. Feelings can be you can feel make you love my friend. You know, you can see a girl and say, oh, the girl look nice. I mean, I want to talk to her and thing, but do I really want her though?
Yeah.
That's true.
And I feel like that was a big pointer for me and Jamila's relationship because um fortunately for us, we did already a best friend. So Jamila already knew the good, the bad, and the ugly about my life. You know what I mean? So she had the open decision to now choose whether or not she would want that. You know what I mean? And for the same, me, it's the same thing with her. I knew the good, the bad, and the ugly, and it was a decision I had to make if that's what I would want in my life. You know what I mean? So I think after the infatuation stage is done, that is where the true decision is. But how long? This is me just asking a general question now, guys. How long can the infatuation stage last? How?
Yo, I was gonna ask because I was like, some people are looking like they're infatuated, big, 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 like 3, 4 years
Yeah.
in, and I'm just like, you can't even poop in front of the youth, brother. So like, I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like there has to be this level of comfort.
Yeah.
I think the infatuation stage it moves past. He's coming by or we're going on a date and we have to have on a full face of makeup. I mean, like all 50 steps and stuff, and my hair have to look like this and that, and oh my god, like I ate something while we're on the date. When you look up on my belly around me, we can't tell him, so Jesus, my belly around me, and I need to go use the bathroom. Something, I feel like there needs to be like this, there needs to be a level of comfort that you have with the person to be able to be vulnerable. And I'm not talking about transparent, because transparent is just now, oh, being transparent is just like, oh, I'm having a bad day. That's some transparency.
nah,
But being vulnerable is, yo, I'm having a bad day and this is why I'm having a bad day. Or like be vulnerable to the person. If you can't do that, if you don't think you can do that, if you're not comfortable with it, or you've tried it before in your own way and it just did not work, what you got back from your partner hurt you, then okay, that is like a huge red flag. So yeah, that's my take.
I think with the infatuation stage too, like you kind of know because the person, when things get a little sticky, and you realize that you're still interested, or when you start to see the person's bad ways, and you say, "Oh no, I really love that person, man." That's when you realize that it's more than just infatuation and more love. Like for example, I remember when myself and O'Shane was dating. There were little things that in the start find out. Some things that were not so nice. Sometimes as females we love going like nice. Some things that never so nice. And I realized that he loved me regardless. And he never judged me. And that's when I really knew that, yo, this is love. This is not just feelings and must feel like I really like that person here. This is really love. But I would say, so you can know that, yo, it passed a stage and it's on a different level now.
reality. And Gianna, you said something really important. You use the word vulnerability. I believe for men in today's society, well, from a longer time, it's more difficult for us to be open, especially to our spouse and so on, because society would have it now kind of say, yo, you can't talk certain way, you can't express them things. And then also, it has been proven on various occasions and when men tend to open up situations, countless times I've heard about this, that the partner start use your vulnerability against you.
Yeah.
And that is something where kind of mash up the mental space of men to really open up and talk about certain things. But we are going at that, you know. We are going at that. That
But
is a topic by itself.
as you mentioned, men, today is International Men's Day.
Yeah.
So we want to big up the
Big
man
up the
them.
man them. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All of the general them. Big up yourself.
We salute you.
Yeah.
And to move into another question, what are you guys' views on dating unstable, Christian dating and unstable? We're going to start with the Millers. What do you think?
All right, so good afternoon once more. It's kind of a close to home topic for me because when we just started, I was fully Christian and David never so fully Christian. And it was a conflict for me because I'm here thinking my duty as a Christian is to bring her to the Lord. However, how do I do that while still being in a relationship with her, wanting to indulge in some of the things with her that I know are not right? So it is a sticky thing. No, but we have to be real. So
Yeah, man. I love the realness, bro.
but eventually, what you have to learn to do is to learn where your priorities are because the scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom of God. So if you don't put God first, you can't lead her to Him. So it's always about getting the focus off the romantic side and putting it on God. What would God want me to do? Even though I am not perfect, what is the best course of action to go in this situation? And see God first and then try lead your partner to Christ because Bible says say no good for unequal, you know.
Alright. Yo,
Yeah.
Was
I'm
that
a
a
good
repeat pastor, son. Listen. Hey,
You don't know.
Yeah, Bishop's
Yeah.
son.
yo, you come like say, man, practice this. You come like
Ready
say,
for your question.
one question when I'm here enough, man. It's a question we get a lot of times, bro.
But Garian said something very important in the chat. She said, unsaved doesn't necessarily mean unequally yoked as well.
Whoa.
Because both people can be saved and unequally yoked.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true.
That's
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 extremely
wow.
true.
That's fast.
Gillian, big up yourself for that point, yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah, man. That,
Because I mean, let's talk about different denominations that there is. Like you can be one and your partner be one. Or even same denomination sometimes I only not believing in the same thing.
Oh yeah.
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 So,
That's I think, you know,
true, bro.
but
that
my
messes up many things.
that's true, Matthew. My response really to that is as Bernardo rightfully says, seek God first. Because sometimes we're called to some people and it's not necessarily like our duty to save them.
Mm-hmm.
It's never our duty to save them. But
Here,
sometimes
here.
we are called, me believe strongly in a purpose partner, right? And sometimes we are called to certain purposes, and it just so happened that the person might be unsaved. Now, in any environment, whether relationship, friendship, or anything, in anything that you're in, as long as the person is not pulling you out of church or far from God,
Yeah.
then for me, I would just seek God about it, pray about it, ask God to lead and guide. And as Ben rightfully said, with their experience as their friend, I would have seen now where Brittany is so powerful. You know? So,
Yeah, man. Because I think Gillian kind of is good name because looking into it now, I can remember a time where me and Jamila have one disagreement, and I have friend. I mean, have good friend who are not Christian, but I have friends that are also Christian. I remember one time I reached out to a specific friend, just for vent. I make make him know what go on. As a Christian, you would expect him to get godly advice. You know, guys, Christian, godly advice. You know what I mean? And I was surprised to know the things that he would have suggested for me to do, and I was like,
Yo.
nah, bro, no. And then I talked to another virgin who is not a Christian, and from high school days, him always give me some strong points because you have people who they see you for who you are and them not want you for going in one different direction than you are supposed to be in. So you have people like those who really try to build you and they see the vision that them are not Christian, but them see the vision of God I call it.
Yeah.
And I something
Yeah.
like that. So the man basically I give me a bag of insights and I say, yo, bro, are you choose that girl like I'm a Christian, I'm gonna talk about it, I'm gonna pray. But better I'm gonna go and say, yo, the man go
He
here.
went in.
I mean I say, yo, bro, who send you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But before we're gonna further,
I
guys,
wanted to.
I just want to encourage everybody to like, share, or subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
Do
And
so
share
too.
it with a friend and a friend.
Send a friend, and tell another friend.
All right, so I have some comments here that are very powerful, and then we're going to move to the next question. So, Paulette says, unequally yoked goes way beyond Christianity. Renese Viz says, the scripture speaks about believers being with believers. So the belief must be equal. The fundamental difference in belief will cause issues unless there is conversion. Gillian says, anything that leads you to pray more and read the Bible more is good for you. Said that the other day as well. So Brittany leading Venada to pray for her more and seek God first was essential for him in developing his own relationship with God.
Nice.
So powerful.
Yo, there's a lot of gems being dropped.
Yeah.
Jovan says, so if one person strongly believes in God, why not become a Christian? I think in this scenario, we were mostly mentioning like when you just met the person and them not being a Christian at the moment, but them eventually becoming a Christian or whatever.
I know you have some people, basically, well, my perspective is some unbelievers, they have a perception of what a Christian is
Yeah,
or
that's
who a
true.
Christian
That's
should be,
true.
and until they get the knowledge and the understanding.
Because there's a lot of misrepresentation of who
Yeah.
Christ is.
Facts. Completely agree with that. Misrepresentation of who Christ is cute. Oh my God, I've had conversations with people and they're like, oh, and I would never become a Christian because
Yeah.
I'm just like, which God are you? Which God have you been talking to? Like, which God have you met? You know, like, and then you kind of have to just look at it and be like, okay, crap. There have been some really bad misrepresentations of God to a lot of unbelievers. But and to answer Jovan's question, Mr. Walker's question. Sorry for not pronouncing your name right. I feel like there are a whole lot of factors on the why not become a Christian because I again know people who believe in God, know the scripture, pray more, fast more than I do, and they're not saved. And it's not that they don't believe in God, or it's not that God hasn't spoken to them about their life. It just has to do with like a whole lot of other factors, unresolved trauma, hurt, that is just said they just to be like, you know what, I don't think I want to take this step.
Yeah. So moving on to our next question, starting with the Williams to answer. Is love a decision or a feeling?
You want to go first, Matty?
You can go first. I want to
Right?
Yes. I think it's both. Like in a marriage, like when you first meet somebody and you're getting to know them, You can say you love them, but then things happen, and then you're gonna have to choose to continue loving that person beyond everything that is happening. So like, as we were saying earlier on, them get by your nerves, them annoying. Jesus Christ, sometimes you just want to scream and run away. But then, you just
This
have
is
to
what
be
you're
like,
going through?
yes.
I didn't know.
Then you just have to be like, amidst all of that, I still choose to love you.
Yes, yes. Gianna, what you think? It's Matthew. Matthew wants to
I wanted to talk, but I was flabbergasted.
No man, allow him to share.
go
I
ahead.
really didn't know. I didn't even know you wanted to run away. I'm sorry,
We've
Yeah.
spoken about this.
but I didn't know that she wanted to
Firstly,
run
I want
away.
to apologize.
First, I would like to apologize. But yeah, I think for sure it's both. Um, you feel love as well. You can feel or let it be felt. So it's both for me. And the same as Janelle says, sometimes you want to run away and scream. But yeah,
Right.
choose to love. Right? So it's really I think it's more of a, because even with in the Bible you see where God really holds love as a covenant in a sense. And so the same thing with us is a full commitment, a covenant that you make the choice and then you commit to it and you are held by it, by love. And so yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Gianna, as a single person, what you think?
I agree. I agree with both of you. I think as like Janelle's point that you feel love and then you choose. But I think it can also be the other way for other persons. Like you maybe not have loved the person, but the person they have everything that you want, but you don't like love them first. But then you choose to love them, choose to commit to them, and do all of the action items of love, and then the feeling comes afterward.
Yeah. O'Shea, you have anything to add?
Basically, I agree with everyone. Love is definitely a choice
Yeah.
as well as a feeling. I think the feeling part of the love is infatuation because sometimes, even though I love Jamila, sometimes I can't bother with her.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And the reality is, I do love her. That is the reality. That's the choice. Guys, I think that every day you get up, you have to choose to love somebody.
Yeah.
Your situation, you have to choose the positive in it at all times, whether it be work, relationship, family, or whatever.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Which will lead me into my other question. I was gonna say that marriage is a choice and love is a choice, and you literally have to wake up every day deciding that I'm gonna love this man, I'm gonna love this woman, and I'm going to ensure that compromise, ensure that I make certain decisions to ensure that my relationship works. You know what I mean?
I feel like Ben and Britt are bursting at the seams to say something as soon as face.
Hello again, everyone. Well, not them, but me. Um, love being a feeling versus a choice. I think love starts as a feeling but leads to a choice. As Ashim rightly said, the feelings part is more of infatuation at first. But what happens when you look on the boy and say, mighty God, the boy and I, you gotta make a choice to love him.
Bro, me
You're
I feel it here, bro. I feel it here too.
Yeah, Brittany, you hit it right on the spot.
So me never know say I say where I go on.
And then it leads back to what someone in the chat says, that being equally yoked goes way beyond Christianity because it's your mindset, being equally yoked in your mindset, your values, your
Yes.
morals, the thing that you
Yes.
want for yourself that helps you to make that choice when the feeling fades. Because the feeling fades faster than we think.
Yeah, and just to tie in that point, Brit, Sharika said it. She said, and feelings are fleeting. Today you will feel it, and tomorrow you may not. Hence, the decision is critical. Whoa.
Yeah,
So,
man, that big man.
Yes,
so
yes.
here's an important question. No, Renee asked a while ago.
Already
I'll
asked
pop it
one.
up on the screen. So, guys, read it and tell me. So, Renee is basically asking, how do you navigate dating while both partners are in ministry and is leading?
This is a
Um,
question for all of the couples. Please leave me.
all right, so before we answer Renee's question,
Mhm.
let's move to the question before this, and then we'll move to the one here. So the question before that one. So when you remember the question, do you know?
Yeah.
Question before that is, in your own word, what is the meaning of marriage? You see why I'm going to answer that first? Yeah.
Alright.
So in your own words, what is the meaning of marriage?
You want me by
If I want to go first, all right, let me go. So marriage for me, if anybody talks to me, you guys know marriage for me is ministry. And so I will start with saying that the meaning of marriage to me is ministry. Meaning, the Bible says the man should love his wife as how he loves the church, and the wife must submit to her husband and all of that. Like all that encompass ministry. As we were saying earlier, the decision to love is hard. It's not easy. Like you have to wake up every day and decide to love. So marriage is that beautiful feeling where or it is a covenant where when the beautiful feelings fade and the ugly side starts show, and the the hurt, the pain, the past trauma start show up, you stand by that person. You pray for that person. You help them through counseling, meaning you support that decision. It's really just, I think marriage for me is really just standing beside whomever you decide to make a covenant with God and in front of the witnesses, and you stick together through it all. The good, the bad, the pretty, the nice, the laugh, the cooking, the food when it tastes good, the food that tastes nice, the hotel, the vacation, everything. Just devoting yourself and your time to this person for the rest of your life.
Yeah. In shorter terms, I think I would put it that my definition of marriage is basically getting to know and also what I say you basically because marriage show a lot. You get to understand a lot. For me, marriage is basically a lesson to you and your spouse. That's my definition because marriage actually exposes you as a person. All of the things that you probably never know about yourself.
Marriage
And it
done it.
also it also expose because the reality is you can only pretend for so long. I know. At some point you gonna have to stop put on a facade. And every morning you gonna wake up and say, "Oh baby, you hungry?" And I say, "You're hungry." I say, "Go and look something to eat." Kitchen.
Tell me that fact.
And I mean, yeah. So the reality is, and the reality is, you're gonna realize a whole lot of imperfection with yourself because I remember for me and Jamila when we just got married. Remember now we are coming out of best friendship. And the first 6 months of our marriage, me I feel one day if me do you really know this girl.
Bro, I tell you.
Yeah. It was a whole eye opener for me because and then me get to realize some things about myself that me never really acknowledge. I really did not know was there. You know what I mean? And she was the one who made me aware of that because sometimes when a spouse and nag you and I say, I did so yesterday, and I say, what you talking about? But when I really look into it, you start acknowledge, you say, oh, she actually right. And I need to work on that. So for me, marriage is a class, a school of development
Every day.
where it involves learning to love and learning to understand.
Who else wants? Janet?
I'd like to go, yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, and I guess for us, let me talk for Matty
No,
here.
no, I'll talk for myself.
It's an opportunity for believers to present a relationship of how Christ loved the church.
Yeah. Yeah. Powerful.
It's an opportunity to develop a relationship with each other, demonstrating what the love of Christ is. So in essence, on a daily basis, 70 times 7, choosing forgive someone for something that they've done to you, for hurt you, something that they you thought they should have done and they didn't do it.
Woo.
Along that line, like cultivating that same relationship that Jesus had with the people, same with that. And in that, in and of itself, I think Jamila said that marriage is a ministry. It's our duty as Christians, especially, to demonstrate to unbelievers or even to believers how Christ loves us through our marriage.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I understand why she says she could have spoken first.
Mhm.
All right.
That is in essence real. Like that's the real
Yeah.
thing is that even when like when she stress me out here, I say, God, you sure? And I
Yeah.
say, you did sure? And like then I can look back on the word and like parallel it and say, yo, suppose the Lord ask if you're sure about you, And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
And
So
Jovan said it, like Jovan kind of sum up all of what we said in saying serving each other for the purpose of glorifying God.
yeah.
But how do you guys find the time though, like even in like ministry? And I'm just asking, like I'm not serving actively in that's not true.
Yeah, so
Super busy all the time. I don't even get time to even like I'm just always busy. How do
Talk
you,
to your friends.
I can't ever find right.
It's like
Yeah, Jen,
Oh,
I understand you too. I
only
understand
person
you.
on
I
the
understand. We have the same heart, Jen. I want to reach out. I want to text, but I don't have the time to
But
text.
dude, like listen, like I think I've told my friends, like you see, if you see me watching and liking your status, that's me checking up on you. That is, I'm
Because
checking
then me have to wait for you to text back, and then
lives.
you might not text back.
yeah.
Right.
I
Okay.
know Janelle had a problem with that recently, and
Yeah.
she brought it up. She said, Matthew, you need to check on me in the days. Because my job is just like I just
Yeah.
work in the lab, just do my job.
Just
Make me
get
on my
out.
phone for the whole day. I'm reaching and say, hey, what's up? You good?
Right. Like I told
Yeah, take
So,
over Jen.
oh, she asked the question.
no,
And I
go ahead.
tried
Like
to
I told
answer. Thank
it's
you.
fun. Go ahead,
So, so it is really just an intentional. I just try to do it like, all right, lunchtime, make it intentional to reach out and say something.
Exactly. You have 1 hour lunchtime and you tell me in that 1 hour, remember your wife?
I remember you.
Right.
I have to remember you. Suppose I pray for you. That no better than text.
No, females need whatever. But that's
But
why
yeah,
we're going to answer Renee question right here first. Because Renee asked that, like, how do you navigate dating while both partners are both in ministry and is leading? And it kind of, Daniel kind of did allude to it a while ago about being intentional. So, for like me and O'Shane, that, you know, does so much individually and collectively. One thing that we practice, and I think Amanda had said it earlier in the chat too,
Yeah.
is about being intentional. So, for example, when we just got married, O'Shane used to call me every lunchtime. And at first, he used to annoy me sometimes because sometimes I just wanted a break because at the time I was working in customer service. No, when I lunchtime, I don't really want to talk to nobody. But for him, that helped him. No, when I just got married to O'Shane too, he was not somebody that spoke a lot. So the fact that he was taking his time to speak to me, it meant I had to prioritize and compromise and take this time to spend with him. And so that's something that we did. In addition to that, so for the 3 years that we've been married, we have spoken
Yeah, true.
almost every lunchtime. So maybe 98% of our lunchtime. And of course, different work and different jobs many times, sometimes shake and whatever. But if I even 5 minutes, we've been deliberate about that. In addition to that, what we do as well is whenever we're traveling in the vehicle, so like in the morning before he drops me off to work or picks me up in the evening, I don't use my phone, he doesn't use his, and we try to communicate and speak at that time. Also, you know it's a Friday night or date night. So we ensure that we don't necessarily have anything to do on a Friday night. And if it so happens that we have an event or something, we speak about it before. So I'm gonna just get up and say, "Oh yeah, man, we can come on a Friday." Mm-mm. We agree to it, and I say, "Oh, babe, I have something to do. Can I do it?" Or he will say, "Babe, Friday, this date night will look like this tonight." You know, I missed out on socializing sometimes at work and stuff like that on a Friday because of that. But you have to be deliberate. You have to choose your partner and choose your relationship. Because at the end of the day, when all those lights go down and everything go down, who is it that is gonna be there? Him. Or she. Yeah. Um, when I'm Brit.
Okay, Renee. So my thing that I want to share for you is that they spoke about being intentional in terms of time. Oh, and also intentional don't have to mean that no bit. It can mean buy one yogurt and two cashew and stand on the park and eat it. Holy for that. We did forgot through. Holy for that. And that was our dates. But it also means being open and like having a backbone when it comes down to onlookers, because you're gonna get a lot of that. Because you're in ministry, so people are looking at you guys, looking at everything you do. They might come with their negativity, but you just know where you stand and know that you're not doing nothing wrong. And be open and do your thing. Don't hide the fact that you have intention towards that person, because I know the backlash and I know how it feels, especially when you're getting close to somebody. Because when I started dating another, it did kind of feel uncomfortable because this family is big in ministry, as most of you know, and me never like it. And if you ever go away, don't touch me, don't touch my hand, just stay far. But I had to learn that it's okay to be open and try to grow close to the person as long as you know, say, listen, man, I do not wrong on the sight of God, just do it.
And to add to that, just to spice that a bit, you have to also remember that as much as we are very godly and we're striving for righteousness, you are also very human. And if it is your desire to marry or to be in a relationship, you have to also balance and consider that side of things, because it makes no sense to have a desire and stifle it just to be in ministry, because at the end of the day, you will burn.
Yeah.
Yup.
And
Man, yeah, Pastor Freely, you know? Yeah, Pastor Freely, for real.
Yes, burn for true.
and Paula said something in the chat that is a little bit hilarious. She said, if you tell you, sometimes I wanted to talk with her during our lunchtime, but that was our babe's time. So I understood.
I understand to Paulette. Many times I was added to the video calls just so that I could say I and bye.
A lot of people know, yes, if you call me lunchtime, we're going to add you.
Yeah, and that's the reality. Gianna said something earlier that her way of communicating or checking up is her commenting or liking a post. Yeah, I feel like say you have to understand how to communicate or what the best means of communication for whoever you're talking to, because um Wait, Jamila, and I like voice note. So, when me want check in, we can just probably text her and me and her we text for the whole day while she's at work or while she's busy. But she probably not answer the call, she probably not listen to the voice note if me say or whatever. But the thing is understanding how to communicate and find a communication style
Yeah.
that works too.
And appreciate the other person. Because as Gigi said, for true, you have to just appreciate that that's her time. Like that's how she can find the time to communicate. You know?
Yeah, and a big thing is do not try to change the person.
No, no.
No.
It's
Don't.
gonna.
I'd like to be out there though. I have tried. I am better. My friends can tell you I am better.
Yeah.
I
Because-
I may not answer when you respond, but I texted you first. That's
Yeah.
what matters.
And then disappear, right?
That's what matters, G.
I'm there, you know. I'm there. That's the point.
That's what matters, G. You tried.
Exactly.
You
We tried.
care.
Man, that trouble we say, oh, but the three are una a pasta picnic, the three couples.
And Gianna's dad is well on his way.
Diana
So.
Daddy and Minister. It's backups. All right. So now we have one.
Hey, Renee Mir.
Hello.
Just pass you if you say hey.
We have a juicy question for the couples. Gigi, cock your ears and like your eye joke. Does size matter?
Yes.
Yes, the
No,
size.
but Gigi, you come out door.
Yes, the size of your bank account does matter. You can't live
Off of loves, and I
off
love
love.
you. I'm sorry.
The
The
size,
size of a
house-
paycheck does matter.
Does the
I
size
have a point to
of a
make.
male matter?
This is size for me. I'm way taller than Janelle.
Male
It kind of looks better in
But too
pictures.
underage for that question, yeah.
Matthew, it's
it
not
look-
you that I'm speaking to. Janelle and Brittany.
The size matters if you've never experienced having sexual intercourse before. Because if you've never felt it, you don't know what it's supposed to feel like. So whatever you is what you will be satisfied with.
Brittany.
Listen, from the Christian point of view, it shouldn't matter because you're not supposed to know how it stay until friends. You understand? It shouldn't matter. So friends, I'm telling you, strive to stay in the will of God and size just right.
I would like to jump in on that.
That's good.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm gonna be size matters, but it's not from the point of view or the standpoint that I think you guys are thinking I'm coming from, because that's not where I was going. Now, ladies, this one is for you, especially if you're gonna get married. Go to your gynecologist and say, "Yo, doc, if I was supposed to go, my husband, my boyfriend, my fiance, he is this size, this width, this girth, this length.
Oh, you know that, Gigi?
Please." No, yeah. Because I think this is something important. Like, I'm not saying that, you're gonna put yourself in a position to see it, right?
Yeah, I understand.
And like let all the hormones and things get to you, and then you get out of sight of the will of God. But there has to be a level of honesty between you and your partner to say, "Yo, bro, like, okay, I'm this and I'm that size." Even if you don't, still, no, I'm listening to what I'm saying. Even if you don't, go to the doctor and use an example. I'm sure the gynecologists have the fake.
G, you
have to
not
know what
worry.
it look like.
G, you don't have to worry.
Go
You
to
know.
her, hold on, but you're gonna go to her, you're gonna say, "Yo, if I was supposed to get married to this person and they had that, would it fit? Would it work?" Because like I think a lot of people have this misconception about a women's vagina that it's like, they're all tight or they're all big or whatever. Like, your vagina is a different vagina. You don't know what you can take. No matter how easy or simple or nice. No, like for real, your vagina got
That's true. The cervix can short, so it probably.
G, here's the thing,
Yes.
Gianna.
small. You don't know what it takes, so you need to know how much you can manage, so that when you first go and get it, you say, "All right."
You see, the thing is, Gianna, the way how I look at it, the Lord made the human body very fascinating.
True.
So you see, when you're very aroused at that point in time, it can be your body will adjust.
That is
It
true.
might give you a
But not
little
everybody.
warm time the first
That
time or
is
so.
true.
It's the next time it adjusts a little more. The next time it adjusts a little more. And then,
And this is
ta-da!
coming from
It works.
a person who studies medicine, so you can listen to me.
Wait a
That
minute.
is
You don't have to worry about it too
Biology,
hard.
man.
the
But
vagina was designed to
There's also
support the whole
a
baby.
big
So
tree.
it really
Yeah,
can adjust.
Brittany Flowers a small Ascot big tree, but Amanda said it perfectly, really. This you learn your partner, and if you
Yeah.
think that she can't manage it or it's too big, too small, you guys have that conversation, and
And
she will
learn.
let you know how to please her, and you will let her know how to please you, and vice versa. So the reality is, as other people would have said in the comments, Lady Glenn said too, that it's really how to use it. So it really boils
Yeah.
down back to you and your partner sitting down having a conversation and figuring it out.
Yeah,
Because they
because
have said, yeah, people are big and don't know how to use it, small and don't know how to use it,
Yeah.
and different sizes and do know how to use it. So it's really between the spouse and their partner.
yeah.
And then there's also the point of intimacy is way more than the size because the size is
Exactly.
perfect, but it does not none of it. None of it.
Yeah, I guess. But the reality is the conversation I go come up, whether
Conversation has to
it
happen.
come up before marriage. Because, well, for me personally, the conversation would have to happen because as old time people, I say, nah, buy na, what? Pussy in a
Who's
bag.
not, who's not bad or something like that?
Yeah. So that's the reality. The conversation,
Talk about what's in the bag.
and I believe that conversations like these should be had because
To manage expectations.
both to manage expectation and also to understand your partner because when it's easier to be vulnerable, then conversations are gonna flow easier. You know what I mean? So a lot of people they don't want to express certain things because they're afraid of judgmental thoughts. So the reality is, unless you are able to talk with your spouse, suppose them as well as women say our size matter. I don't know about that, but suppose him have a size, I say him can express say yo, you know, say whatever this is the size, but me not really have no experience and me not want you laugh off of me one time, whatever happened, but I am willing to learn.
That's a fair conversation.
You know, you know what I mean? Because I have bridging, like, I have like young youth to come reason with me on a big man level and say, yo, I'm afraid to talk to that girl because Ray, I'm say, yo, bro, the reality is you have to talk about it because if you're not talk about it, either you go one go in and shame yourself, and two, you go just hold a resentment, and that can build some kind of trauma or some kind of fear over time.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So to
And then
move,
Lady Glenn saying in the comments that other body parts exists.
and
So when
then
all else
Listen,
fails,
I'm glad you
when
said
all
because
else
Lady
fails,
Glenn is going in with herself.
when all else fails,
That's how you pick up me. Me late to that one now. But
we
God,
have that question in the other series
yeah,
coming up. But I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
question, don't worry.
yeah. I'm gonna put up that question there. Where Lady Green say? We are coming. We are coming.
Jovan says so true, O'Shane. Not true. No, like males really struggle with stuff like that though. Like being open and being able to talk about stuff like that. Listen, that's a whole different conversation. Like man really go can if females only know that even when the man walk come to you and say, baby, you come like that, you need energy that the man has to do. Yeah. What if I build up and all that?
Yeah, some of my man them from Spain, you know?
Yes, true. So
There is some have a lot of bridging, but the reality is,
yeah.
I guess when people find it easy to talk to you about certain things, I'm gonna reason.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
he's a pastor. That's why.
Man,
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
the premarital counseling, there is a place for that.
it is important. Yes, it is.
Yes,
Like and even as she
yes,
said
that
that,
is true.
even as she said that, we like me believe in our counseling more than anything.
That is true.
As soon as me realized that, probably more than the normal day start pass, I mean, I knock it a little bit. Must have been then I want to counseling because
Yeah.
having a third party that is experienced and that is qualified in the area is so helpful. And I would say to people too, this is something that I even encourage my friends. If it is that you have what you call it? Like if you know you're in the relationship and you're still like, oh, maybe you know more on a person from a wife or a husband, go to counseling. Like you don't have to wait till engagement. We started our counseling way before engagement. We started our counseling January and we were engaged in May. So that's our 4 or 5 months later. Go to counseling. Because and it save you as a person, it save you from embarrassment too. Because counseling opens a lot of stuff. So that right there, so yeah, man, we really want a person. No, this relationship not gonna work, And then when you're engaged now, you have to wait till after engagement, you go counseling and when enough to call it who don't want to call it off because of the shame and everybody knows so they engaged them now. Right?
Listen, call it off. Okay?
So I encourage you, if you realize you want to take it to the future, to another step, feel free to go and get counseling.
Yes. I said, do not enter marriage without premarital counseling.
Do not in all caps.
Actually, man.
Listen.
True. True. But on that note, we are gonna wrap up
Yeah,
this
because we did say 1
session.
hour now. So let's
Yeah,
one more question.
oh wait, as
Let's-
a professional counseling psychologist,
yeah.
I love.
Sharika Anderson says a professionally trained counselor.
Counselor.
Please,
Yes,
and
yes.
that is
Yeah, beg.
We beg.
true.
And in addition to that too, maybe some pastors not gonna agree with me, but if I a pastor, I'd say find somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Take out the
Well,
Bible.
Take out the
because
Bible
so many
and
people them not that close to them pastor.
somebody else.
Mm.
Yeah, but
No, as a member
as
still.
a member still,
Mm.
Well, yeah. I would.
find somebody else. I mean, as my friend Sharika would have tell me, you might say that you don't have the money, but it's worth the investment. It's worth the investment because it's worth your peace of mind. And there's no value that can be added to peace of mind. We would have used somebody else for our premarital counseling, and our bishop was okay with that. He still married us. We just went to somebody else for counseling. And even since we've been married, we've gone to 6 months, 1 month, 2 years, 3 years counseling. I'm telling us I'm like the counseling thing. Because when you go to counseling, you learn so much about yourself. You learn so much about change and just your partner and trauma too. Cause like past trauma come up in a marriage like nothing in a man. So like it's very important to get counseling and get professional counseling. So now we're going to question and answer.
Yeah.
If you guys have any questions in the comment.
Yeah. So basically wrapping up and wanting to shoot to any questions that you have and stay tuned for next week because
The questions continue.
the discussion continue. And you may never know who we will have on this platform. Yo, we know some people, we have some friends. and we can call them and say, yo,
And we have professional counselors coming in too.
you are gonna have all kind of people that come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, the comments are lighting up. Glenn,
But
Lady Glenn.
while you think about
Listen.
the question, we have a giveaway.
Oh,
Can
yes.
we have the first person to tell us 3 points that we've discussed so far?
Yes. Now I forgot what I give away there. And if that means I'm enough about a gateway.
No, man, we are doing it.
Like 3 questions, John.
Not you.
3 points.
I know it's not me. I'm clarifying for the people.
3 points, 3 questions, 3 things that we discussed. Oh, Kenisha says, and I'm seeing the comments, and we have somebody that will tell us who get the winner. Yeah,
Yeah,
my big friend, they behind the scenes with it.
Yeah. So the first person to send them 3 points and them are gonna get it.
Yeah, but in the interim, let's answer the question that was asked. What if one person is not interested in counseling?
run for your life.
I think Joe and
So that's what Lady Glenn said. That's exactly what Lady Glenn said.
Yeah.
Lady Glenn said.
I can tell you from my perspective, counseling was not always the first option, but I can guarantee you that after going, it worked. It worked for real. Because as somebody when you probably have minor experience or minor knowledge about psychology or the mind, how it works, and you and a whole. But we can guarantee you that after going to counseling, there's a whole lot you can learn about yourself, about your spouse, and about how to handle some situations. So me can, this after going to counseling, me can remember me go link up couple of my virgin, yes, Jeffrey.
Every person I hear.
Couple of my virgin there, yo. Me link up and say, yo, brother, me I encourage you say, yo, me I encourage yourself to go counseling. Me can't encourage anybody, any man. Say, yo, it makes sense for you.
Jovan had said something very important that we never saw. He said, I'm not a pastor who not trained where I gotta tell you to pray. Me remember the first time this year we went to another counselor, and he said to us, as well as psychologist, he said to us, the devil not attack on the marriage. No, you guys just have things that you need to deal with. And so that really sum up the point here. Like, yeah,
Wow.
truth is things are there to pray about, but then you have some things where mentally, emotionally, you need to deal with.
Some little toxic things when need to
And
solve.
some little past hurt and pain and look at something.
Yeah, and then some of the prayer when I pray and get the answer for them 5 years ago, go and go fix it.
Not physical now.
Facts. And I want to add from like a single person's perspective, go to counseling before, like do it right now. I'm doing
Yes.
it right now, and it's probably the best thing that I've done in like the entire year, like the best thing I've done for myself. Like it can be costly, but sis, like you don't need to do your nails every 6 weeks. You don't need to do your hair every 6 weeks. Trust me. Put aside the money, take the time out, find good counselors, go down to victim services if you live in Jamaica. There are a whole lot of better help online, all of the apps them, like, and just make up your mind, ask you call and you say, yo, how much does it cost to do my hair? What's the cost to do my nails? You go and you find out what the cost is. You save up your money and you book yourself 2 and 3 sessions. You see me? And deal with it. And I feel like if anybody says, I feel like anybody who says, "Oh, I don't need counseling," that's the first indicator.
That's the first that needs it.
That is the first thing, because you may not realize that something is wrong. And even if there's nothing wrong, even if you aren't got good or you're mentally good, you know that you are good, going to counseling is a great thing, because it's like it gives you the opportunity to talk to somebody a third party about what's going on in your head, about your day, about how life has been for you.
That's
So
true.
yeah.
That's true.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
man.
Gigi
So
brought
if
that up
And
because
as
I do
Julian,
enjoy.
oh,
Hold on one
Brent.
second, Camille. I do
Mhm.
enjoy going to counseling, like personally, not relationship counseling, no, go to counseling for yourselves. It really helps. I myself went through my phase of counseling before I got married. But I also want to bring up the point that a lot of workplaces have these facilities that they don't advertise. So ask your HR because I went to counseling through my company. They're the one who paid for it, but by law, the councils are not, cannot tell them nothing at all what you talk about. So you're safe. Make the company pay for it if the facility is there and go and get the help that you need.
Yes, I concur. That's how I did some sessions this year too. I did it through my company as well. And it was good. It was very good. And sometimes, well, some people might object, but for me personally, sometimes if you really need help, believe me, you don't really even matter if the person are gonna repeat it. You really just need it to save yourself from yourself. But
Yeah.
really, truly though, by right professionally, it is not. They are not allowed to share your business, and you sign pay contracts and stuff like that too. So it's a serious thing.
yeah, man.
Um,
But if you don't want have any information or you want to find out on counseling, just go on over to I Evolve
I was
Global.
about to plug
And
her.
can check them out on Instagram, YouTube, and even Facebook.
I
And
evolve global.
you will find the contacts and everything. Any counseling question you have, you can get there. So as we wrap up now, the first session, we want to do the giveaway.
Amanda.
We want to know if we have a winner yet.
Yeah, Amanda.
Amanda?
Yes, that's what
Oh
that's what I was
gosh, man.
told.
Oh gosh, man. Amanda. Amanda Mary.
Yeah.
Amanda Mary. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So Amanda, tonight we
Congratulations
want to tell you congratulations.
on winning.
Congratulations for staying tuned, for learning, for listening. You know what I mean?
And for
And
winning.
for
I know
winning $50
Congratulations.
Amazon gift card. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
big up
big up yourself,
yourself.
Amanda.
I should I enter, Should I enter?
Yes.
Yes,
Love that.
yes,
Love that.
yes.
So we just want to take the time off to thank
Our
everybody
guest.
for joining us tonight. And it was really a good
Yes,
conversation.
it was. It was
And I
good.
promise you, it only get better from here.
Only get
It
better.
only gets
We want
better
to
from
really
here.
thank Matthew and Janelle Williams. And we forgot to tell you
You're
that
welcome.
one next time.
Yeah.
Why we married name Williams.
JW.
Right. We want to thank Brittany and Venado Miller, and we want to big up Gianna as
GG.
a single person. It really did add to it, and we're glad that we had that perspective. We also want to mention the plumbers. They were behind the scene as well in us leading up to today. And of course, Sharika
Yes,
Anderson,
sir.
that's behind the scene with us. And thank you all. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for all the support from everybody. And we're encouraging you to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
I beg.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We need to build it up fast, fast. Because we want, especially the younger generation, to
Yeah, we
be
really want to
more
help.
aware. Because there's a whole lot of things to be talked about. And the concept of relationship and marriage, society kind of mash it up, but we want to get it back straight. See?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if you have questions, feel free to
Leave them in the
leave them in the
comment.
comments.
Yeah, man. We go through
Message
it.
us on all socials at
Yes.
WROJ
Yes.
Williams.
If you check the description right now, you see all the links to our social, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Everything.
Yo,
We're
be sure to
everywhere.
follow us on TikTok
Yo,
because
guys, I saw that challenge that y'all did. Guys,
there's a whole lot coming.
But yeah, and just to plug some of our friends' YouTube channel at Officially Shoulds, at Throughout a Lifetime TV, at I Evolve Global, at I Am Romna JA,
Glenisha,
at Lady Glenn,
Mhm.
yeah,
Lady Glenn Legacy.
Listen, go subscribe, share, and comment on the
Yeah,
videos
drop,
that they posted and all that.
Yeah, man, and
Yeah.
drop
drop the
them plugs,
YouTube pages in the chat, y'all.
plugs so we can share them too. Yeah, and we just want to tell you guys thanks again. We appreciate this, and as I said,
Thanks for having us.
No
Yes. Oh my God, big up on
Enjoyed
yourself.
it.
viewers, remember to like,
Thank
share,
you
and
so much,
subscribe.
everybody.
Share it, subscribe. We have a whole lot. You want to share one of the questions we're going to talk about next week?
One other question: how
Share
do
one.
you rebuild trust?
Yeah,
Ooh,
next
that's
week.
If your partner cheats on you, how do you? Do you leave or do you forgive him?
And that's so we are in it. Next week, we are coming again. Same time, same place.
Walk
See you
good,
guys.
love, light, laughter.
That's it, man.
Signing out. Goodbye.